Hello and a warm welcome to all of the Large Empire. I hope you're all doing absolutely amazing. This is the second installation of the Large SMP. Like I said in the last video, I would go off stream and build my house. I did in fact complete this house, but I swear, the amount of time it took to get the materials and build it took me multiple days. This most definitely didn't result in me taking multiple days off editing, shutting out all my friends, and completely being the hermit that I am for multiple days. I have no clue what you're talking about, completely ignoring the fact that I'm a very lazy American. Let's move on to the notes. I do remember that last time I did say I wouldn't be doing much off stream, however I did completely go against this rule. Sue me. The main reason for last episode only being a half episode is mainly because of this. The entire house took literally multiple days to make. Therefore, I did not believe it was worthy on being a full episode in itself. This would have resulted in an episode being way too long and way too grindy for not much entertainment. These are cocks. Awesome. Right back into the reasons why I should be banned on all platforms. Anyways, I go into my house to realize that a zombie villager I'd gotten right before the stream has despawned. This gives me the amazing revelation that I should probably get more villagers along with enchanting books from them, as if I don't, I will be killed by every single mob, player, and all of their mothers. This little revelation of mine takes just about half of the entire stream.
I broke into my mom's room, stole Twizzlers, and I hid them somewhere where they'll never know. I can DM you guys really hard if you really want to know. It's the perfect place.
I mean, me personally, I'd shove them up my ass. You know those times where you say if my parents or my teachers heard my Xbox Live conversations? This is a lot like that, except not only would I be disowned, but I'd also be put in prison. Moving swiftly past the fact that I should most likely be in a psychiatric ward right now, I'd like to direct your attention to something. There's a person on this server named Madara was taken. They have been playing on this server for only a few days, yet the entire time they have been on this server, they have been grinding their tails off. They currently have full enchanted, Prot 4th, Unbreaking 3, and Mending Diamond Armor. They've also been to the Nether and got just about everything they can get done. Back to the game itself. I then continue my conquest of trying to get more villagers by getting stone for pistons, in which I will need for transporting the villagers. Like the main man himself, Christopher Columbus, I then set sail to find my nearest village. Unlike Christopher Columbus, I don't go on a slaughtering fest of the natives. With that being said, that quirky little icon in the corner means that I have bad omen. This means as soon as I get near the village, a curse will be laid upon the land. This will then make a bunch of 14-year-old Twitter girls mad because I said my sign was an asparagus, not a Capricornio. This then results in them committing mass genocide, not me. If anything, they're closer to Christopher Columbus than I am. Give me that cow seed. Okay, you know, it's actually times like this where I start to recontemplate my life. Why did I say that? Get screwed, Ravager. Get screwed. Get screwed. Are they attacking each other? They're attacking each other. Oh, megalol. That works. Bye, buddy! This dude saw me killing all of his brothers and sisters and thought, you know, maybe I am doing something bad. Maybe I should stop. Me being the merciful and kind-hearted person I am. Now this is the part where I die. Of course, not long after I say this, I get completely and utterly folded. As you can see, I use the client-side waypoints mod to teleport to my death point. This is allowed within our agreed rules, as we are allowed to teleport to only our death point, but not any specific place, nor any other person. As you can see, I then gain Butterfingers, struggling to equip my shield. The Vex, not thinking it was funny enough the first time, then stabs me again. Man, that thing must be juicy, because the Vex, just having stabbed me, then, and I quote, taps that one more time. Come on, Vex. Come on. Come at me. Stop going to the wall, you coward.
Try me, bitch.
I then get my juicy sweet revenge on that Vex, while this Ravager, seeing just how many times I died, decides to bestow pity on me. We decide to have a conversation about just how garbage I am at the game. He then passive-aggressively, yet calmly, tells me, and I quote, I could wash you so quickly if I wanted to, no cap. Taking his word for it, I then dispose of him quietly. As I attempt to kill the last remaining pillagers of the raid, I then experience the biggest lag spike I've ever seen, rubber banding multiple blocks backward. I finally dispose of the remaining pillagers, while the last Ravager's boyfriend asks me if, and I quote, yet again, did you tap my girlfriend, fam? He then pulls out that cat and proceeds to smoke me like a cigar. What? With no other choice available, seeing as my shield is broken, I am then forced to get my cheeks clapped by this Ravager multiple times until I eventually kill it. I am so very happy to then find out that I failed the raid and every single villager within has also gotten their cheeks clapped. Groveling in the fact that I have just indirectly caused mass genocide, I then set sail once more to find another village. In doing this, I expect to hire some, let's call them, underpaid workers. On my voyage, I stumble upon a shipwreck. Now there's a quirky little bug going on with 1.19 Minecraft, where in this specific shipwreck, if you open the chest, it will crash the entire server. When I finally do get back into the world, I then find out that the entire chunk around me has been corrupted. The entire ship has been cut in half, and for some reason, a part of it is in the air. From the extra chest that spawned because of the data corruption, I got some emeralds, gold, and iron. Land ho, ladies and gentlemen. It's a village. I then passively persuade this villager to get in my boat, and then follow me home for money.
We're gonna have fun, alright?
For any police officers, FBI agents, friends, or family, please disregard that last statement. On the way back home, I suspiciously see beams coming out of the water. That means I have stumbled upon an ocean monument. I then row away in fear as I tell Scotty, sorry buddy, I don't want to be beamed up today. Oh my... How you doing, villager? Hope you're doing well. You doing alright? Good to hear. I finally arrive home when I think it's a great idea to welcome the villager back to his new home. So I do what any other good person would do and slice him in the forehead with an axe. The villager then tries to make an escape plan in which I then pss at him like a cat and then persuade him with more candy to get in the boat. Of course, no one can give up an offer like that, so he subsequently agrees. I go home to check everything out, only to find out that Madara has decided to pay me a visit. He then decides to argue with me about my preference for wood. Pause. He then makes the eternal mistake of threatening me. With the sweet admin commands that I have, I nip that at the bud real quick. He then makes the frivolous effort to 720 drag scope me with the bow in the left eyeball, however this comes to no avail. After all that nonsense, I then come back to my villager, only to find out that he's gotten his cheeks eaten by a... You know what, never mind, I'm not finishing that. Like the hard-working, integral man I am, I then go through the hard, rigorous process of getting another... Oh, you're supposed to cut the... Dude, we're not supposed to... Okay, that wasn't even me, that's just a part of the admin commands.
You spin me right around, baby, right around, like a record, baby, right around, right around.
Yeah, get him over here, yes sir. Yeah, get him. No, not that way. I don't know about that. No.
I'm finally able to get the villager in his rightful place, but like a lazy American 18-year-old, he doesn't want to get a job. This lazy, useless, good-for-nothing piece of crap will most likely grow up trying to get into YouTuber Twitch. Wait a minute. After a good while of negotiating, he finally decides to do something useful for once in his life and fill out that job application. Little does this oblivious Squidward-looking dude know that not only will he be paid under minimum wage, but he is also signing his life away forever. Now starts the groveling process of breaking and replacing this lectern for the next hour of my life. You may think that was sarcasm, you may think I was exaggerating. I'm not. I can only assume that you're also probably thinking to yourself, oh, this is probably the entirety of the time that he's doing this sped up. No, this is only about 2 minutes of the footage, sped up to 10 times speed.
Huh? I'm breaking 2, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm breaking 2, step bro?
Would someone please put this dude in an insane asylum? Either that or prison. Whatever the hell that was aside, I then get a zombie inside with our villager friends so we can get decreased trade costs in the future. Bro got egged. Bro actually got egged. Yo, imagine getting egged, bro. Imagine. I need therapy. Yeah, trust me. We know. I then begin the ritual of conversion with a golden apple and weakness potion when about 1,722,847 years later, he finally reverts back to a villager. Lecterns! Again! After another 100 quintillion years, I finally get a villager with Unbreaking 3 and a paper trade. I of course then proceed to buy an Unbreaking book for my future set of diamond armor, as I will not only need Unbreaking books but also mending, protection, and other assorted enchantments. Of course, needing this not only for the mobs that are yet to prolapse my anus, but also the other players, as for some reason they have a fetish for doing that exact same thing. I then go to my secret stash of diamonds to then create my new set of diamond armor. I literally have to go to a be right back screen because I don't want anyone in the server stream sniping me, Minecraft style. With the diamonds that I have, I make a chestplate, enchantment table, leggings, and helmet. Sadly, I don't have enough for boots, but I will get those in the next episode. I create an anvil and enchant my diamond helmet since that has the least durability out of all the current armor pieces I have. The next step in progression is the Nether, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready, it's time to go to hell. Given that, I make my way over to a lava pool, literally fall in it within the first second of seeing it, and then proceed to make the slowest speedrunner portal anyone has ever seen in their entire lives. I go all the way back home just to get the flint and steel that I forgot the first time, and then finally, enter the Nether. This is a big milestone, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the true progress begins. On the other side, the portal is in a warped forest biome. We make our way into a random direction, checking the map for nether fortresses as we go. All of a sudden, Madara pulls out the blocks and starts to try speed bridging. This does not end up working in his favor. He then utters the words, "Nah fam, that was a test run," and proceeds to fail once more. What comes around goes around, motherfucker. After a few consecutive years of trying to find another fortress, I finally find one. Did I use the map? Yes. Is that a little bit cheap? Yes. Sue me. I finally get into the nether fortress and find my first blaze. That is where I get my first rod.
There's a blaze over there, and that man's cheeks are mine.
I do not deserve my First Amendment rights. While Madara farms blaze rods for me, I go exploring the rest of the nether fortress. I ultimately find nether wart, a few chests which have useful things yet nothing spectacular, and some glowstone. I come back to the wonderful surprise that Madara has farmed just under a stack of blaze rods for me. Editor's note, thanks for that, Madara. I of course set a waypoint so I can come back to this later, almost get bodied in the process, pee my pants, and then leave.
I act like as if I'm a therapist. I'm not, but I mean, you know. I'd like to make anyone here feel good. That pause.
I swear, if one more joke like that comes out of my mouth, I will catch a federal charge and be put on a list somewhere.
Why do I say the things that come out of my mouth?
While the inherent message is true, that did not make grammatical nor logical sense. Moving my likely felonies aside, I then struggle for quite a few hours trying to find out where my portal is. After finding it only because Madara had a waypoint set, we then get the sweet release of not being in literal hell. We got a lot done in this episode, including getting diamond armor, getting some villagers for enchanted books, and going into the nether. That concludes this installation of the Large SMP. I hope all of you were able to get some kind of entertainment out of this. I hope me and my friends were able to entertain you. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next installation of the Large SMP.